Alrighty, welcome to another Vintage Cube Draft League, and oh, that is a Tolarian Academy, one of my favorite cards to first pick. I will say, this version of the cube is missing some of the cards I really like for artifact support. Like it's got some still, but it doesn't have everything, so I do think that the artifact deck doesn't come together quite as often as compared to, say, my cube that I think has a bit more of that. But I still like first picking Tolarian Academy, and I will do so. There's also an Oko, and as much as I love Woodfall Primus and Through the Breach, I don't think you can really justify taking either of those. So yeah, I'm going to happily take an Academy there. Ooh, what do I follow up with? I might just follow this up with a Pentad Prism. Pentad Prism is great. It's just good in any combo deck. It's good in like multicolor decks that have 3 or 4 mana cards, especially 4 and 5 mana cards. It's great with Academy. It's not the dream second pick, but this is a pack where there's no card I could have first picked where this pack would make me happy to second pick. Like, what are we talking about here? We're taking a Brainstorm, a Pentad Prism, a Chariot, maybe a Crabomination. None of those cards are good to second pick, so I'm just going to accept it and move on. And this pack doesn't have a whole lot in the way of Academy stuff. There's Shorikai, but I think Shorikai either wheels and I don't really mind if I don't get it. This card I don't really believe much in. I just think it's just okay. It's just a 4 or 5. It's really a 5 mana card because if you play it without being able to activate it, it doesn't do anything. And I just think that the standard is higher for these. I think I'm just going to take Plateau. Or maybe I take Undercity Sewers. I don't know. I'm more often red and white in my Academy decks than I am black because there's more things that go with that, like Shorikai. But also like the Legion Extruder, the 2 mana artifact that deals to Mishra's Research Desk, like the Staff of the Storyteller. There's a lot of red and white artifacts that I'm interested in, so I will unhappily take a Plateau out of I think a kind of mediocre pack. Ooh, there's an Upheaval and a Fast Bond. I've got to take Upheaval though. Upheaval is one of the best win conditions in Academy, and everyone always wants me to take more win conditions, but I really don't think that's the thing the Academy decks struggle with. But in any case, Upheaval is just the best version of that, so I'm happy to take Upheaval. And then I'm going to follow up with an Ancient Tomb. I'll just take some busted mana. This pack's actually good. There's a Headliner Scarlet, a Springheart Nantuko. I love Fanatic of Ronus. Pyrokinesis is pretty decent, but I think that's a pretty easy Ancient Tomb. Oh, and then I'm going to take the Gadgeteer, try to pick up a Basalt Monolith, take that over Ulamog and Breeding Pool. Yeah, that seems totally fine. I had a really sick Zerda Forensic Gadgeteer, like red-white artifact splashing Gadgeteer with Urza in my sideboard that I forwarded one of the feeder leagues over this weekend. It's unfortunate. I can't really record the feeder leagues. These are the leagues where you have to go 4-0 to get a token to enter the 64s. I try to record all the 64s I do, and I've generally been successful at that. But the feeder leagues, they only go up like Saturday noon to Sunday noon on the weekends, and let's just say kids make that quite challenging. So I've declined to record those in general. But that was a sweet deck. I'll take a look at that deck after this draft. It was a fun one. Here, I think I might just Metamorph. We're going in on artifacts. I do love a Huat, you know me, but couldn't help find Academy. But I think Metamorph is great in these kind of decks. And then Bolt is decent, so is Prismatic Ending. But I really don't like interaction that much in your Academy decks. You just want most of your cards to be mana or payoffs. And to that end, I'm going to take Tundra. Tundra's a great land for this kind of deck. Also, I'm pretty nicely set up to cast a Zerda if I got one. In this pack, the Primus Wield. There's a Stern Scolding, but I'm going to take Shadow Spear. Shadow Spear is excellent in the Academy decks, especially if you start putting big artifacts into play. Take a Creeping Tar Pit, because I just don't know what if my second color is going to be. And I think having all these lands can help me decide that. Oh, I do like a Tamiyo. And I think True Name Nemesis is one of the more overrated cards in Cube. There's decks where it's good, like Blue-Red Tempo, it's amazing in, but a lot of people just put this in their decks, and it's just not that good if you don't have other ways to deal damage. I do like it with Shadow Spear, though. I'll take Ledger Shredder. I don't like it too much, but I just don't think Tamiyo's that good. Here, look, I'll take Eternal Witness. That way, if I open Time Walk, I'll still have something. Oh, man. I don't think I can cast either of these. I'll take Pyrokinesis. Maybe end up with enough red. Sure, I'll take Endurance. Oh, last pick, Taiga. Wow, Taiga's one of the better dual lands. That's crazy. I guess no one's playing red-green. All right, pack 2. The Academy hasn't gotten there yet, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I've got faith. You got to have faith. Ooh, there we go. The One Ring. The One Ring is great in this kind of deck. Nothing that I really am going to wheel, I don't think. Well, wheel's nice. There's also Fury, but I mean, I think Fury, Tameo, wheel all get taken. Same with Miscalc. Maybe Smirking Spelljacker comes back, but do love me a One Ring. Could really use a Mishra's Workshop the way we're heading, so that would be a nice one too. And here, here there is a channel. I have like channel. I have a Taiga. I didn't take a Breeding Pool. Channel's good with the One Ring. It's good with Upheaval. Also, this pack has just nothing for me anyway. I guess I'll take the channel. I just think taking a Kite Sail Larcenist here is just so weak. All right, I'll take channel. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. I do like an Urza Saga. It's great with Shadow Spear. Makes a bunch of tokens to wear the Shadow Spear and then finds it. So I'll take that, and then maybe I'll get an Everflowing Chalice back if we're lucky. Oath of Druids is funny, but I don't think this is an Oath deck. It could be a Triplicate Titan deck. You can channel that out, or you can just cast it in these kinds of decks. Sure. I don't usually take Triplicate Titan that highly, but I think it kind of fits here. Oh, and then I do like a Mightstone and Weakstone. Pretty nice with all the artifact synergies and a pretty decent card to channel into. So I'll take that. And then as much as I like fetch lands, I think Lotus Petal's got to be the pick here. I'm just trying to get this Academy deck to work. It's great with channel. It's great with One Ring. Lotus Petal's a really strong card too, is the other thing. And then here, I think I just keep taking cheap artifacts because I want to buff this Academy. Subtlety is fine, but I'm not going to miss it. All right, and here we have a Karn versus a Sword of the Meek. So a card that's like always decent, but rarely like amazing. It's just fine. Versus a card that is a blank unless you get Thopter Foundry, in which case it's very good. I think I'm going to go with Karn here. It's close. The Sword is good. Oh, Smirking Spelljacker is a nice sideboard card. I don't really think I need Commercial District that much. The Kite Sail Wield, which I think I'm still going to take. This is also a fine card to sideboard in. Bayou really doesn't help me. Timeless Dragon does get red, white, and blue mana. Or I could take Spell Pierce. I like Spell Pierce. Spell Pierce is pretty good. I don't really think I'm playing any of these cards. Oh, I will take Eureka, and I'll put it on the sideboard. Ooh, Talon Gates I might play. But Eureka, if Channel's making it in, Eureka could make it in. All right, going into pack 3. Well, we need a little help here. Just a little. All right, here, I don't really want Verdant. I could take Fractured. I'm going to go all in. I'm just going to take Coveted Jewel. We're doing it. We're going to just channel Upheaval Max. I don't even need all these lands, honestly. The only ones that are actually doing anything for me is like, of course, there's a Thopter Foundry. I mean, really, none of them. None of these are blue-green. Let's see. Bloodstained Mire gets red, green, or that's it. So it's not even a blue-green land itself. Jace isn't that good. I don't really want to first pick a Battle Ball or take a Dark Ritual here. I guess I'll take Bloodstained Mire and then hope I can make it into a green or a blue source at some point. Vamp Tutor. I guess I do have that Bloodstained Mire. Tropical Island's pretty nice. Lion's Eye could do something, but I'm just going to take the Trop. I think taking Trop to try to make this channel work is going to be good. Oh, and then there's Misty, but I could also just take Remand. Remand's awesome. Jace not in the conversation anymore. Memory Jar is good too, and there's a Zerta there, but I'll just take Remand. These are my lands. All right, this would be a good deck if it was pack 2. What do we got here? Oh, Trinket Mage gets Shadow Spear, Spellbomb, and Lotus Petal. Malevolent Rumble's actually kind of nice. I kind of like that. I've got a lot of permanents I care about getting, and it ramps me a little. Brain Freeze, huh? Past an LED? Damn. There's Beseiju. There's Scrapwork Mutt. I'll just take the Brain Freeze. None of these do anything. Then this pack has Celestial Colonnade? Natural Order? Colonnade, get in here, I guess. Pretty unhappily taking that. All right. There's the Breach. Damn, I really wish I took that LED now, but I have Lotus Petal. Okay. That could maybe save me here. I guess I want to take Oliphant now. The Battle Ball came back. Oh, though maybe Savitron. No, Savitron doesn't help me in the way I mean, Savitron would be okay, but I don't think is necessary. Spar's Headquarters is nice, though. And then I've got a bunch of lands in here that actually, at this point, I guess are useful. Oh, Memory Jar. I never saw Basalt or yeah, Basalt Monolith, not Grim Monolith. Sure, I'll take Esper Sentinel. Squee. Very funny that that card's still in. All right, so I have like a Teamer deck. This Tundra is not really doing much for me. I have a bunch of white mana for free, but I don't really have any white cards to play besides Esper Sentinel. It's not really a card I'm too enthused by. So Bloodstained Mire still doesn't get blue. It's funny, Spar's Headquarters is the one tri-land the Mire doesn't get. But is a red-green duel. And this deck has some outs. This is a funny one. This is a really weird one. All right, so, I mean, this is 18 lands plus Oliphant as things currently stand. I don't think I want... Do I want Eternal Witness? It wouldn't be crazy. I like having an extra way to get back combo pieces, and I have like Malevolent Rumble and stuff too. Ledger Shredder looks kind of weak. I might just play like... No, Ledger Shredder's an early play. That's probably better. And then I play 17 lands plus Oliphant and Petal. Yeah, I don't think I need an Endurance in here, Larcenist, and I can side in the other stuff. All right. All in here. All in, baby. So, right now, this is red-green. Oh, I don't even need these white lands at all. They just don't do anything for me. It's really funny. Spar's Headquarters is blue-green. That's good. This is red-green. I'm going to keep Talon Gates probably. Another blue-green land, and then a bunch of colorless lands. All right. So I guess it makes sense to play Plateau and Tundra because they help with Pentad Prism, and there's not really a downside. Wasteland's going to be good against you anyway. It's not that card you play against that much. Oh, I could also take out this Forensic Gadgeteer. It's really not doing that much for me. Though it does make artifact tokens. I think I will keep it. I really want to get some extra mana. This deck, mana is going to be a big deal with this deck. All right. So right now I've got 3 red sources, 3 blue sources, and 3 green sources, plus Academy and Talon Gates, and Pentad Prism and Petal. But, oh, an Oliphant counts for red and green also, not blue. Man, 1 red blue land would have been nice. 3-1-2 is sounding about right. Oh, 3, 6, 7 blue, 8, 7 blue sources. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I probably don't need this many green. I'll probably do 1 more blue. All right. Let's do it. All right. I slept on it, and this deck still looks pretty sweet. Let's go ahead and play first. This does not look like a keepable hand, which shows you a little about the deck. Yeah, this hand is just too slow. I don't really see this going great. This I definitely will keep. Let's put back Spell Pierce, I think. And then I'm going to go turn 1 Spar's Headquarters. And then turn 2 Ancient Tomb, Ledger Shredder, Ether Spellbomb, triggering Ledger Shredder. Okay, Currency Converter. Fair enough. Let's go Ledger Shredder. And this Talon Gates is not looking super great right now. Okay. Or I discard Pentad Prism. I guess I'm actually going to discard Pentad Prism. Drawing a land here means that next turn I can go Tundra, pass, and put Talon Gates in. And then the turn after that, cast a Memory Jar. That sounds pretty reasonable to me. They might just be using Currency Converter here. All right, let's just play Tundra and attack for 2 here. And be nice if they had if they tried to kill my Ledger Shredder. Boom, Talon Gates. Phase it out. This also means I'm going to be able to put in Talon Gates and then not crack either Spellbomb, I don't think, and then just cast Memory Jar with Spellbomb mana up. Chrome Host Seed Shark. Okay. Let's put in Talon Gates here. And we'll phase out the Chrome Host Seed Shark. Bloodstained Mire I don't need to play right now. Let's cast Jar. And I think sending for 2 is okay. Because if they attack me back, I mean, we're both at 14. I have Ancient Tomb, but I also think I'm the one who's more likely to want to deal damage to my opponent. I don't know. I guess it's kind of close. So I'm not sure if trading 2 for 2 was good there, but I think it was okay. Depending on what they do, I could also end of turn Ether Spellbomb the Chromhost Seed Shark and then Jar. That actually seems pretty reasonable. So let's crack Jar and in response bounce Seed Shark. That way they can't kill the Jar in response to me spellbombing the Seed Shark. Because imagine if I just spellbomb the Seed Shark and they abraded the Jar in response. I want the Seed Shark. Oh, no, I want it in the other order. Ugh. All right, well, I wanted to crack Jar in response, bounce Seed Shark goes into the new hand, but this should actually still be decent. I'm just going to cast Channel here. See how that goes. Currency Converter is going to get completely filled up by this Jar here. Let's start with Coveted Jewel, I suppose. Actually, no, let's start with Mightstone and Weakstone. Paying 5. And then Ledger Shredder on the stack. And maybe I could have played Academy. It would have cost me an extra mana to filter Talon Gates for green, but that's not too bad. Oh. All right, I'll discard. Oh, do I want to discard Witness? I guess. Am I casting Upheaval here? Let's see. If I play, I go to 8 if I play Coveted Jewel. I could just play Battle Ball. I kind of think let's see, if I pay 3 life, 4 life, I go to 8, cast Coveted Jewel, then I can tap it for 3 blue and cast Upheaval, go into 5, and then I could replay, I can't quite replay Coveted Jewel or Mightstone or Weakstone, so I guess I'll just discard the Upheaval. I think that's fine. Let's draw 2 cards. All right. I think I'll just play Battle Ball and not the Coveted Jewel is my guess. Because the cards I draw are just going to get discarded to Memory Jar anyway. All right. Battle Ball resolves, and I suppose I attack for 3 here. Yeah, and then, yeah, I could Jewel Witness, but that just really doesn't seem that useful to do. I go to 1. Yeah, no, let's just pass. See what they do with their mana. But yes, I was supposed to bounce Shark Jar in response. So I did the opposite way. They can't be using Currency Converter here, right? No, it's a Bitter Triumph. That makes a lot more sense. They'll kill the Battle Ball. And they're going to get to make a 2/2 if they want end of turn with Currency Converter, but I think that's okay. Because they're about to have a bunch of cards discarded. And then I guess I just hope that my Ledger Shredder gets the job done. All right. I just don't have anything else to do here. They discarded Spell Pierce, Fallen Shinobi, Through the Breach. Wow, they didn't Spell Pierce? Huh. All right. So Through the Breach, Fallen Shinobi, Bitter Triumph. So they're Currency Converter. They definitely are. They've got some big stuff to either reanimate or Shallow Grave of some sort, and they have Through the Breach. So might be that Brain Freeze isn't a good card against them, since this deck that they're playing has a pretty decent chance of having an Eldrazi in it. Yeah, that Jar didn't really get there. I guess it would have worked out better to pay an additional life effectively to put a Tolarian Academy into play, so I should have done that instead of a Taiga. but I don't actually have anything to spend the mana on at the moment, so I'm not sure if this deck, how functional this deck is, but those are the best kind of decks, to be honest. I mean, they still have 7 cards in their hand, so including that Seed Shark I let them have, but I don't know if I was beating them regardless with so many cards in hand. Obviously, it was way worse to just give them a free Seed Shark. And Upheaval and Jewel are both gone. Oh, I get to trigger Ledger Shredder? Nice. I do like that. Yeah, maybe Jewel Upheaval was something? I don't know if it was, though. I would have so little life left. What is this? Collective Brutality, -2/-2, and then... well, I'll discard Bloodstained Mire. Okay. And they get to look at my hand, but Underworld Breach. So if I cast Underworld Breach, I could then... Channel's not going to do a whole lot, but I could cast either Spellbomb. I could maybe even cast Coveted Jewel. Is that possible? I don't think I'm there on Upheavaling either. All right, well, let's double block here. I don't think there's a reason not to. They're at 11, I guess. They're not at like a million life. All right. I could also just draw Brain Freeze. Mountain. I mean, I think going Breach into Coveted Jewel as a start is good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Unless is there any chance I want to tap Ancient Tomb to have 2 other sources untapped? If I go to 5, I could cast Channel. I would go to 1. And I could Upheaval but have no mana floating. I could, let's see, because if I just cast Coveted Jewel, I'm 1 short of Upheavaling. But Channel lets me pay a little bit of life to get a little bit of mana. So if I go Channel, cast Coveted Jewel. If I go Channel and then I could tap Battle Ball or Mightstone, cast Coveted Jewel, go to 3. Channel with 1 floating. Or Upheaval with 1 floating, and then what, though, is the problem. The other option is just to play the Coveted Jewel first and see how that goes. I think I'm just going to do that. And I don't think I'm going to tap the Ancient Tomb either. Let's get rid of some lands here. Oh, Ledger Shredder. All right, I mean, that's kind of nice because it's just another card for... my Underworld Breach. Okay. Beseiju and Forensic Gadgeteer. I could also Malevolent Rumble. Well, that actually seems pretty sweet. So let's go green, green, green. At this point, I'll tap the Ancient Tomb. I'll cast Rumble. I've never gone off with Breach Rumble before, but it actually does not seem bad. Channel at this point is pretty much out of the question as well. And I guess Mirror Battle Ball is probably not great. Because now I'll put a permanent into my hand. I guess I'll put like... There's a Saga. No, I'll just put Karn into hand, sure. Rumble. It basically only costs 1 mana. And it mills for quite a bit. Which means that... I guess Pentad Prism can go. I can look for Lotus Petal and Brain Freeze. Alright, there's the Brain Freeze. I'll put a 1 ring into my hand. And then I have to find Lotus Petal. I have 5 cards left. I mean, I'm not a guarantee, but as long as Lotus Petal is not my last card, I get to do that. Granted, I know that they might have an Eldrazi, so this might not work. All right, there's the Lotus Petal. That was pretty sick, actually. And then go Petal. The other thing, though, if Brain Freeze doesn't work, then... I still have 1 card left. Oh, no, they're done. Ha! Malevolent Rumble Underworld Breach. That was nice. That was nice. Okay. Do I want a Kite Sail Arsonist? Solly Pride Mage Endurance? No, I think we're pretty good here. All right. I mean, this is another, like, I guess it's kind of like a 5-land 2-spell hand, but yeah, this one's not good either. I'm just going to mulligan to find Channel or Ancient Tomb. Yeah, look, now I've got This hand can turn to a Karn. I mean, that's pretty good. Let's see what we draw. Eternal Witness. I guess I'm more worried about them making me discard than destroying my Lotus Petal. The Eternal Witness, I mean, sacking the Petal's unfortunate, but I think it's still worth getting Karn into play here. And let's just start making golems. I think Karn is pretty good. The plus on Karn really is not that strong, so I would usually not be doing too much of that. All right. That's fine. I mean, I might here because they killed my first golem. Oh, and I have a remand. All right, let's just +1. But I still maintain the plus on Karn is generally just not that strong. Oh, did he give me Oliphant or Spell Pierce? Probably just Oliphant. Though, they know about Spell Pierce. Yeah, it's not that effective. That's fine. I have a remand ready. Do I remand tapping Ancient Tomb if I have to use it? Well, kind of irrelevant, I suppose. Let's just keep +1ing now. Wow, the +1 on Karn's really strong. All right, and I think I play Mire. I might just get a Taiga or something with that. I don't really want to put another island into play. If they're not going to do anything and I have a Planeswalker in play with Remand and Mana or Spell Pierce in hand, I think that's fine with me. Plateau or Taiga? Oh, it's definitely Taiga. All right, Taiga, draw. At this point, I feel kind of locked into just continuing to +1 on Karn. I'm going to get a mountain here. And I think play the mountain. And I'm still going to wait on this Mightstone and Weakstone. Also, if they kill the Karn and I witness back Karn, I could still grab one of the cards with silver counters on it. Spell Seeker. Okay. Let's see what they got here. I could have remanded Spell Seeker, but Shieldred's Edict. Okay, that's funny. They can't cast it right now because of Spell Seeker, but because of Spell Pierce. No, you're not allowed to Shieldred's Edict upkeep. Oh, I don't mind a Brain Freeze. Do I want to put one of these cards in my hand? I don't really. I think I'm just gonna keep +1. Maybe try to hit an Underworld Breach or something. I'm hitting mostly like cards that aren't good enough to -1 on, I feel like. Let's play the Trop. And I'm just going to play Mightstone and Weakstone here. They can't play the Shieldred's Edict end of turn because of the Spell Pierce, so I feel like this is going to be worth it. Plus, with a Brain Freeze in hand, there's a lot I'm looking for. Oh, okay. Yeah, I like this. This looks like a good setup to me. Pass the turn. Do some discarding here. Do I discard Triplicate Titan? I definitely can discard Island. Or do I just discard the Boseiju? I don't really need the Boseiju right here. I could discard Spell Pierce, but I kind of want to use it at some point here. They're going to start by Shieldred's Edicting me here, I assume. Oh. Let's remand. Now I'm going to use the remand because this will give them the window to kill my Karn with Shieldred's Edict, which I am totally happy about. Because then I get to go channel and do some upheavaling. Wow, the Karn's +1 ended up being great this game. I dug through a bunch of garbage and found the cards I was missing. Okay, I'm at 14 now. Let's start by casting Channel. And tap these for mana. Oh, wow, that's funny. I won't be able to upheaval and replay a land, but I think that's... sorry. I could play my land first, but I want to be able to replay a land with upheaval, so I don't think I'm going to do that, and I wouldn't have Spell Pierce up, but they just had F6'd, I guess, so sure, that works for me. Island. I think I'm just going to play Triplicate Titan. And leave up Spell Pierce. No, I'll just tap the island. So I don't think they're going to play anything on their first turn. And then that's all I'm going to do this turn. I could have paid 3 more life to have a Mightstone in play, but I don't think that's what I want to do. Definitely discarding Ancient Tomb. Can discard an island and a mountain. And probably Mightstone and Weakstone here. All right. I've got a Triplicate Titan go, and then I'll have Spell Pierce up, and at that point I could also have a Witness on turn 3. They have to discard a bunch of cards here. Well, my matchup against Grixis Do-Nothings has been good, I suppose. They haven't really done a whole lot. Oh, they did discard a Gristlebrand here. I have enabled that. Okay, send in Titan. Pass the turn. Also, if I draw Underworld Breach, I also just win, so that much is nice. I could, if I wanted to, well, they conceded, but another play you can make when I have a Witness in my hand is Brain Freeze, is maybe just Brain Freeze myself a bunch at the end of turn and try to flip over Breach. And then I go Witness, get back Breach, and that's like a 2-step combo. All right, 1-0. We already got one. We've locked one in. Alrighty, time for round 2. Every game we win with this deck is just going to feel like we've gotten away with something. Oh yeah, look at this hand. This hand has Petal and Brain Freeze, so just missing the Underworld Breach. And I get to play turn 1 Sparas into turn 2 Saga, which is pretty cool. So I think this hand is totally fine, especially on the play. All right, they went to 6, and I'm going to play the Sparas Headquarters. Channel would not be a bad draw, though obviously Underworld Breach is the card I most want to see. I guess if I drew Channel, would I cast? I probably wouldn't even cast in this turn. All right, let's just play the Urza Saga. They're going to get to go get their Triome or Surveil land here. If someone goes Fetch Pass, yeah, it's just really unlikely they don't have one of those two on turn 1, just because, I don't know, it's kind of hard not to draft a mana base that includes some amount of those things. Lotus Cobra. Okay, that's a little scary for next turn, but here we're doing okay, though. Land was not really what I was looking for. Yeah, I'll play the Taiga, because I could draw Channel, and there's a chance I would want to, like, Channel and then play an island after. I don't know. Channel Talon Gates. You get to put this into play and get any color of mana. It just costs you 5 life for 1 mana of any color. And you get a little bit of phasing on the house. I really don't want this Saga to get blown up, because getting that Lotus Petal just makes it so much more likely I can just pop off with Brain Freeze. But we are playing against green, and they have a fetch land here, so they're going to have 5 mana this turn. Yeah, that's a lot of mana. A lot of things you can do with 5 mana. What is this? Pest Infestation? It's kind of what I'm feeling. Yeah. Make an idiot because I don't have anything better to do. Well, they're not attacking me or cracking their land. Let's see. Ancient Tomb would actually be a decent draw. Mere Battlesphere is definitely not. Let's just pass. Wow, I'm going to get to accelerate out of Talon Gates next turn. Amazing. I've got some outs. I mean, drawing Breach would still be good, but I would probably just wait a bit to see if I could draw the Petal. Drawing Channel would be great here. Drawing Upheaval or Academy would not be particularly exciting. Karn would also be fine. It also depends a lot on what they have. They have a lot of mana, so if they have a good play here, that's not so bad. They can make me sack my Construct, I guess, but I'm not really too worried about getting beaten down by Lotus Cobra and Pest tokens. And next turn, I can go Talon Gates, and then the turn after, I can go Mightstone and Weakstone, which is probably not good enough, but it kind of depends what they're doing. They're not putting like a ton of pressure on me. Of course, Cobra fetch land means next turn, I mean, they could just slam a Torsten or Primeval Titan or whatever. Any like large threat would be pretty annoying, but at least get a couple more draws here. I could also draw more lands. I could upkeep, put in the Talon Gates. I actually think that's probably fine. I'm going to put this in on upkeep. The reason I'm doing this is to phase out their Lotus Cobra. And this way they can't make mana on their main phase with it. Hopefully that'll slow them down. And then next turn, if I draw Ancient Tomb, I could play Battle Ball. But I'll probably just play the Mightstone or Weakstone. I'm going to discard Island here. It doesn't really seem critical. They've discarded Breeding Pool, and they're going to play Keen-Eyed Curator. Well, that makes the Brain Freeze play not as enticing, I'll say that. And then they're going to cast... okay. Yeah, sure. They've got a bunch of... I was thinking I could Mightstone and Weakstone the Curator, but I guess that won't stop their graveyard hate. All right, let's cast Mightstone or Weakstone here. I think I'm just going to draw 2 cards. I don't really think killing the Keen-Eyed Curator does a whole lot. In fact, it doesn't even do anything because they can Soul Cauldron it, and all of a sudden their other creatures get the same ability. Let's draw 2. Okay, Upheaval is kind of what I'm talking about here. If I can land a nice Upheaval, which currently I can't, because I've got, let's see, 6 mana that can cast Upheaval. I'd have 2 Mightstone, Weakstone mana floating. Then I can replay a land and I can't do anything. So I would like to find a little bit more mana. I'm going to take, let's see, a decent amount of damage this turn. Actually, let's sack this and draw a card now before deciding what to discard. There's 3 different types in the graveyard, so they can make Keen-Eyed Curator a 7/7 if they discard instant. Oh, I'll discard Shadow Spear. That one doesn't seem like it's doing much for me. Yeah, so Curator doesn't quite get to a 7/7 here with the current crop available, but yeah, because they have Artifact, Land, they can do Sorcery, and then that's it. They discard a Boseiju. All right. So what's my best draw here? Let's see. If I take 7, I go to 11. The channel would still be pretty good. So I would not mind that. All right. Yeah, you can attack me for a bunch. And I guess if I play Battle Ball, that's also like just a reasonable thing to have in play. So I could maybe do that next turn. I mean, they get to minus Liliana, but that doesn't really matter. They have 1 card in hand. All right. Oh, okay. So let's go... We're just going to have to give up on the Brain Freeze, I think, but that's okay. So we're going to cast Mere Battlesphere. And by give up on Brain Freeze, I mean when my opponent +1s Liliana, then I will discard the Brain Freeze to it and then just accept that I'm not breaching them. But with Soul Cauldron and Keen-Eyed Curator out, it's not like that was that likely to work anyway. They don't need to eat their own thing. I mean, they could if they wanted to. Yeah, all right. I guess that's the 3rd type. So they're looking for instant or like Planeswalker. Next turn, I can Upheaval for a really good amount. 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'll have... Yeah, there's the Liliana discard. I would like to keep the Mere Battlesphere from dying. Because this turn... Unfortunately, this... Oh, they're going to Shadowgrange Archfiend me. Well, I guess my Battlesphere is dying. Oh, they're also going to get to attack with the Curator for 7. That's unfortunate. Okay. So I go to 4 off the Curator. Well, I actually could go to 8 if they... Because if they don't attack with Lotus Cobra, which I kind of feel like they're not that likely to want to attack with the Cobra... I guess they attack with, I go Pest, and then a double block. I take 5, going to 6. All right. Yeah, Brain Freeze is done. It's out of here. So is the Battle Ball. I'll figure out a way. They did attack with the Cobra. Oh, wow. Okay. I'm kind of surprised by that. All right. And I'll take 1 less damage here since we're just going to discard. And now I'm going to Upheaval. And at the very least, I can replay the Mightstone and Weakstone. Killing the Cobra was nice there. Blue. Upheaval using this mana. And It's not, I mean, if they want, they can use Agatha's Soul Cauldron in response. I don't really know what that does for them. The Shelldock Isle is going to be annoying because that one's going to be on pretty soon here because I'm going to cast Mightstone and Weakstone, I think. Is that better than putting Talon Gates into play? Probably. I have a lot of cards I can cast using Mightstone and Weakstone, so I think that drawing 2 is good. Okay. How do I want to do this? Drop. I guess playing a Pentad Prism for 1 is probably fine. Obviously, it's not as exciting, but that way I have to discard a little bit less. And next turn, what I think I want to do anyways is just use 4 mana to put a Talon Gates into play. So what they hit off Shelldock is going to be a big part of this game. Definitely. All right, they played Zagoth Triumph. Interesting. All right. Spell Pierce is going to get to counter Liliana or Soul Cauldron, depending on which one I prefer. I'm kind of surprised they didn't play the Shelldock. It's just on right now. Oh, Remand is kind of nice too. All right, let's just play a land past the turn. They discarded the Soul Cauldron, so I guess we're not countering that one. Pass. They might just Shelldock go. No, they're playing Botanical Sanctum. No, they're playing the Curator. Well, I'm going to remand that one, I think. It's also, channel, thank you. It's also possible that I use Talon Gates to keep the Curator away. Yeah, that's one of the downsides. Drawing Breach now is definitely unfortunate. I think I'm going to cycle Spar's Headquarters now because it's not really a reason to wait, I don't think. All right. Another land. Really haven't gotten a whole lot going. I mean, I drew the Battle Ball. I've got Coveted Jewel is another card that I could draw here. Well, Coveted Jewel has some risk to it for sure. Ooh, is this something I can Spell Pierce? No, this is the Keen-Eyed Curator again. And right now there's a bunch of things they could nab. Memory Jar. Interesting. I'm at 5. And the Curator is going to kill me? What else can I do here? Without the Brain Freeze, I can't really just kill them. I could cast Memory Jar and use it. And let's see. I've got like a 1 ring in my deck, but that doesn't even protect me from Deathrite Shaman. I can't be close to like Breach, Upheaval, or anything like that. No, not even remotely. Maybe what I do is I put Talon Gates into play. Let's see, if I cast Jar, I can't put Talon Gates into play and vice versa. So maybe I just go land, say go, and set this up for next turn. Well, that doesn't sound very likely to work for me, but I guess I will see. Put Talon Gates into play. Phase out the Keen-Eyed Curator. And then they have Deathrite, and there's 2 things they can eat, so they're definitely going to do something there. And there's now the Shelldock Isle. I think we might have gotten got by our Brain Freeze getting exiled, but I think it was the only way I could play that turn. So I could have had 1 less land in play, but that really didn't seem very good to me. And they didn't play anything else. All right, let's draw. That is the 1 ring. But Deathrite still gets me pretty good there. If I play Underworld Breach, they can just eat the Upheaval in response. That doesn't really do anything. I kind of want to just play Jar here and then crack it and see if I can put something together. I'm not even really sure what, to be honest, but we'll find out. I mean, I guess I could play Jar plus Ring, Maybe, yeah, actually that's going to be the play. I'm going to play Jar, I'm going to play Ring. And they can put me to 1 with Deathrite, but I then get to untap and have a Jar turn. And again, not really sure what I can actually do to get out of this, but yeah, I mean, it keeps me alive and it lets me see a bunch of cards. I can't even use the Ring, though, is the unfortunate part. But that's okay. Okay, so past the turn. Can't really do anything here. They're going to draw. They could Shell Dock. They've got Deathrite on Upheaval, which is unfortunate, too. That Deathrite was pretty good because Underworld Breach Upheaval is actually kind of a consideration here. I mean, maybe they tap out, but that also doesn't seem exceedingly likely. They're casting a 2-mana spell. They can't him me, if that's the the thing. They can Liliana. That doesn't really bother me. +1. I guess I'll probably just discard Channel at this point. It really doesn't do anything. That puts another spell in the graveyard for Deathrite, but oh yeah, they already had their own, so that was not an issue. Echo of Eons. Interesting. They might be like a Leovold or Bowmaster type deck. I'm not sure. Okay. Oh, there's the Coveted Jewel. Don't think that's doing much for me right now. Let's crack the Jar here. Oh, Shelldock Isle. Okay, is this a Hull Breacher? Oh, it is a Leovold. I guess I can draw it in response. I don't even think I have anything that can stop that. There's Breach Petal. All right, I guess I'm dead. That's fine. I don't think I even really had a good way out of this situation anyways. So, sideboard Pyrokinesis, I guess, is not crazy to consider. Spell Pierce seems like it's actually still fine. I think I really do need a way to get... No, as much as I dislike putting in Pyrokinesis, I just don't have that many red cards. Maybe Kitesail Larcenist is better. Yeah, I do need something to answer Leovold, I think. And I guess I could take out Spell Pierce. All right, let's do it. Okay, I would like to play first. All right. I'm going to keep a Breach Petal hand that lets me go turn 1, cycle Oliphant. Turn 2, I guess I could Forensic Gadgeteer, but probably not. Hopefully, if I draw Ancient Tomb, turn 2 Gadgeteer, play Petal, make a Clue is a pretty nice one. Okay. Just go Island, go. I don't think I need to play Petal. They have like Pest Infestation in their deck, which it's not like you fire off Pest Infestation on just like a Lotus Petal sitting there, but I don't think playing it is super productive. All right, no 1-drop is nice. Let's get Taiga. Taiga is mostly the land I'm going to want to get here. Coveted Jewel. All right. Any land would be great here. Oh, do they have like a Land Cycler? No. Or a Mystical Tutor. Those are 2 of the cards they could have certainly had. Maybe a Brainstorm. Ancient Tomb, still the nuts. If I draw Ancient Tomb and can play Karn, I'll be quite happy. Oh, no play there. All right. Land. All right. Well, Trop is still pretty good because now I can go Gadgeteer, Lotus Petal, make a Clue. Now Academy is a really nice draw. I could play Karn, but I don't really want to crack this Petal if I can help it. Oh, Ancient Tomb on any of these turns would have just been so good because like next turn I could even play like a Coveted Jewel off of it. Okay, Ruby. What do they got for 4 mana here? Hopefully not a Minsk and Boo. Oh, Frantic Search floating a blue. Interesting. That is not what I would have guessed, but we'll see where this goes. Or maybe they're discarding Echo of Eons, though we're not that close to wanting to do that. Oh, they discarded Master of Death, and it's going to come back to their hand? Wow. And a Vaultborn Tyrant to maybe animate or do something with. Who knows? Eternal Witness. I could play Witness, but I have to use up my Petal. Or I guess I could play Witness. Yeah. I think hitting a land drop's pretty good. use the ability, yes. And I will cycle this off of Petal, I think. It's not awesome, but it turns Petal into a serious mana source. And then next turn, probably Karn, but I could also cast, like if I draw Ancient Tomb or Channel. Well, Channel goes pretty hard, but Ancient Tomb would let me cast Coveted Jewel. That would also be decent. They got their Master of Death back. They're going to cast it now? I hope so. Oh, they're reanimating Vaultborn. Fair. I mean, that's decent. It's not like the scariest thing in the world, but it's good. Okay, Talon Gates is interesting. Yeah, I'm going to start by, I guess, playing Talon Gates and flickering out their Vaultborn. It won't enter the battlefield after it phases out, because that's luckily not how those work. Play Karn. I really wouldn't mind if they countered it, honestly. And I can crack this Clue as well here, but I think I could make, I think I'm going to +1 it, and then I can block Vaultborn with the Eternal Witness, and Karn will survive at 1. They're giving me either Spellbomb or Malevolent Rumble. Oh, I'm pretty happy with either of those cards, yeah. And then I could crack the Clue, but I don't have that many zeros, so I think I'll just wait, and I could even see blocking with Forensic Gadgeteer. I don't think attacking is going to be like all that fruitful here. I mean, my plan is not to block with Forensic Gadgeteer. It's just to block with Eternal Witness, but we'll see. If they played a sorcery speed spell, I might want to sack Gadgeteer to keep a Karn around, because maybe Karn's a little bit better this turn, next turn. I also am close to killing them with Breach, because I have Petal, Malevolent Rumble, Breach. I mean, does that actually go off next turn? Let's see. I cast Breach. I cast Rumble. So Rumble costs 1 mana and puts 1 card. So it doesn't go off with Petal because it's not LED mostly, but it lets me dig pretty hard to find Brain Freeze. If they now have a removal spell for Witness, that would also be fine. So I can put Ether Spellbomb into my hand. I would lose the Karn. Let's hope they don't have anything that affects my cards in play or hand, or is a threat. No, I don't actually mind them playing a threat, and I don't really mind them killing some of the stuff I have in play. It's not that useful. So we'll see what they've got here. I'm going to sack this Clue token at some point. Liliana of the Veil. Okay. Each player discards a card. I guess I'll crack the Clue now. They have the Hull Breacher now? That'd be sick. Upheaval. I think I'm just discarding Triplicate Titan. Seems like the least important of these things. If they have a Reanimate to get my Triplicate Titan, I'm also okay with that. I'm kind of surprised they didn't kill the Gadgeteer. Are you not scared of a Basalt Monolith? They got to discard their Master of Death again. Would you look at that? Maybe let's start by casting Malevolent Rumble here. Ancient Tomb, Spar's Headquarters. I think Ancient Tomb is more likely to be good out of all these cards. And I could go Coveted Jewel this turn. Oh, that actually seems kind of nice. All right, let's go Ancient Tomb, Coveted Jewel, or actually, hold on. Yeah, no, that's fine. We can do it in this order, I think. Coveted Jewel, make a Clue. If they slow rolled the Hull Breacher, that would be amazing. Maybe they have a counter here, but I'm going to need to try to beat a counter spell at some point, regardless. All right, Coveted Jewel comes in. They have like a Tishana's Tidebinder or something? That would be a little unfortunate. No? All right, let's put Ether Spellbomb into my hand. And then I'm going to tap the Coveted Jewel for 3 blue, play the Spellbomb, and bounce the Vaultborn Tyrant. If they want to recast that, they are more than welcome to do so. It seems like they have something, but they are just not not taking any moves, so I guess I don't really know. Okay, and I guess I'll use my last mana to crack a clue. And I'm going to attack Liliana for 2 here, because if they have a creature to play instant speed, they can just -2 Lily anyway. This way, at least if they want to -2 Lily on me to kill the Gadgeteer, that Lily goes away as well. Okay, Emperor of Bones. Oh, they're going to get to steal my coveted jewel because they have a haster. All right, that's unfortunate. I was hoping to have that thing in play on my turn. Are they gonna hit Oliphant? Oh, Triplicate Titan, and end of turn it exiles, right? Oh, they sacrifice it, so it doesn't even get shallow graved. It gets kind of like through the breached. All right. Emperor of Bones, that's unfortunate. Yeah, I can't block. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. So I can upheaval with 1 floating instead of 4 floating. Yeah, that's a lot worse. I mean, what I probably am going to try and do here is just cast Underworld Breach, and I think I have enough mana to Malevolent Rumble until I find Brain Freeze and just win the game. It would have been nicer if the Coveted Jewel was alive, but I'm okay with this, especially if they tap out for some nonsense. They're going to have a bunch of creatures in play. Yeah, so I'm going to die next turn, but that's okay. Because I can go Breach, Rumble, Petal, Rumble. Like I can see a lot of cards here. They have a lot of mana, but it'll really just depend on what they have in terms of responses. All right, let's... Oh, I thought it sacrificed... Oh, it is a finality counter. Okay, yeah. So I wasn't wrong. They do exile. Well, that is better than them having 3 3/3s in play. I will say that. Okay. Let's cast Malevolent Rumble to start with, I think. Actually, instead of Karn, let's exile Oliphant, but kind of irrelevant. Breach Rumble. I got to look out for this one. This is a nice combo. Oh no, they're going to kill my Underworld Breach. Well, so it goes, I guess. This looks like a Boseiju on Breach. Oh, it's a Terra Sunder. I mean, I guess I can remand it, because otherwise I'm just losing the Breach anyway, so let's lose Gadgeteer, Karn, Ether Spellbomb. We'll keep Petal and Eternal Witness in the bin here. Okay, it's been remanded. Kitesail Arsonist is kind of interesting. It gives me a flyer. All right, Breach is done. And Channel's done. It's unfortunate. All right, take the Shadow Spear. Let's play the Shadow Spear. Academy, Larcenist, and Larcenist, the Emperor of Bones. And I think that's it. I don't think I want to turn one of my things into a treasure. All right. Well, I feel like both these games, I had really good Underworld Breach outs, but game 1, they got to exile too much of my graveyard. And then this game, they managed to Terra Sunder it the turn where I think it would have been pretty hard to miss there. Because I was going to get to go Breach, Rumble, Petal, Rumble, and I think at least one more loop, but we'll find out. I'm at 7 here. They have Shelldock on. It's also not even clear that well, actually, I bet I could win with Brain Freeze here regardless. Okay, they killed the Witherbloom command and milled themselves hitting... Oh, they didn't get a land back. That's funny. And building Tameo, cut down Lotus Cobra. I mean, I might be able to win with Brain Freeze. Just if I cast Jar Brain Freeze, that's already 13 cards, and they're down to 16. So yeah, I guess that's also pretty reasonable. I don't think it's very likely this Larcenist plan works, but it actually does not look like they have currently a way to stop the Larcenist from attacking and taking the jewel. At which point, oh, I guess I can't use Jar anymore, but I feel like I have at least reasonable outs of getting to Brain Freeze them. Let's see here. The One Ring. All right, well, let's start by attacking. I mean, I even have Ward. Send. No blocks. Ooh. Coveted Jewel coming my way. Do they have a Hull Breacher or something? I mean, Shelldock's on. Oh, no. Oh, they have Leo again? Okay. Well, if it's Leo, I think... All right. Hull Breacher, yeah. I thought I could beat Leo. I still might be able to beat Hull Breacher. It's just not going to be easy. Oh, I don't want to do this now. All right. Blue, red, green, upheaval. All right, I mean, if they didn't have a counter, upheaval could... I mean, I guess they can replay the Hull Breacher, but I just don't have to play the Coveted Jewel first. Okay. And what am I going to do here mana-wise? I guess what I'm going to do is go... I could put an Academy into play. Is that the land I want to play? Maybe... I think what I'm going to do here is go Trop, Coveted Jewel. Don't worry, I'm not crazy. All right, hold on. So this goes on the stack, and then I'm going to put Talon Gates into play. And then, because I really need to cast this Coveted Jewel while I have all this upheaval mana. And then Talon Gates the Hull Breacher. And then draw 3. And now I have Talon Gates and no more mana, but I'm at 5. I guess they get to... Oh, wait, no, this still doesn't really work, because then they attack and take the Coveted Jewel. Yeah. I don't really have that much of a way to win left in my deck. Them cutting off the Brain Freeze plan was pretty bad. I guess I was hoping to draw something off Jewel, but with only 1 mana left, all right. I'll give it up. I think I could have maybe maneuvered that to a slightly better place, but this was a pretty tough matchup, and if we go 2-1, I'll be quite happy. On to round 3. All right, time for round 3. I might have gotten a little clever that last one. Oh, look at this. Turn 2 channel Coveted Jewel. Let's go. This and the other 5-color combo deck I drafted a couple days ago, that they have become 2 of my favorite recent decks for sure. So here I get to go, hopefully no Swamp, no Inquisition, no Duress, no, not like this. Okay. The only good thing about Mana Crypt is it makes it more likely I get to do this whole channel play, but obviously I don't love seeing a Mana Crypt there. No Bowmasters, please. I guess I'll play Ether Spellbomb first in case of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bowmaster still just messes me up so bad here. Hopefully they're just cycling something. Okay. Add 3 blue. I guess Upheaval. Yeah, sure. And then I'm just gonna replay the Coveted Jewel. Okay. Well, I'm still just gonna replay Coveted Jewel. I think I would. Oh, that's their mana, not mine. I would be surprised if they had Bowmasters in hand, given they didn't play it before the other Coveted Jewel. So let's do this, and then now. I actually think I'm going to make that play I talked about earlier, which is putting the Talon Gates into play. And then I guess I'll pass and make them use their mana. Find out what they were going to spend that mana on. Maybe is it cycling? Oh, they're entombing. Okay. I'm going to let that happen because I have Spell Pierce. Oh, I guess I actually don't have Spell Pierce up next turn. Let's just cast Ether Spellbomb, I suppose. Oh, Actually, I should have Spell Pierced that, I think, because I'm not going to have it up next turn. All right, well, let's just cast the Spellbomb then. Okay, pass the turn. And I've got to discard 2 islands, I guess. I could discard Spara's Headquarters. I guess I'm probably not going to cast or cycle Spara's Headquarters, most likely. But I definitely should have Spell Pierced the Entomb. This could end up being horrendous for me. I thought I was going to get to Spell Pierce Mana Crypt because I had Talon Gates, but the channel obviously doesn't work anymore at that point, so that is no longer the case. Look, this deck's all about making big plays. I think moving on channel up people this turn was fine. I should have just Spell Pierced the Entomb. I definitely could lose as a result. I mean, I could have lost either way because they still have a Mana Crypt in hand, but if they go land, Mana Crypt, Necromancy, it's going to be unfortunate for me. All right, discard an island for sure, and I think Spara's Headquarters is fine as the secondary discard. I do have Breach Rumble, so I might be able to do something soon here. Yeah, there's the Necromancy. Let's see what they play. Off Atali. Fire Covenant, that's a miss, and Lotus Petal. Okay, I got way less punished than I probably should have because now I do have Ether Spellbomb. So that actually is going to work out kind of nicely. Let's go Trop. I think just bounce the Atali. And then I'm going to keep up Remand Spell Pierce off this Coveted Jewel here. All right. And then I think Underworld Breach Rumble, I really need them to use their Lotus Petal, which hopefully they do this turn. Because if I do that, if they use the Lotus Petal, then this Breach Rumble plan could actually work out kind of nicely. If they play a 3-mana spell, I'm going to Spell Pierce it to make them crack the Lotus Petal. That could be nice. They're just passing. Do I want to go for it? I guess I can wait one more turn. Mightstone, Weakstone. It's not bad, but I think I'm going to wait still. I'm going to cast Pentad Prism. And what I might do is Boseiju the Lotus Petal end of turn, if they haven't used it yet. And that way it goes to my graveyard, and then I can go Breach, Rumble, and I'll have plenty of looks here. So this actually is working kind of nicely. I mean, they're not going to do anything here. Yeah, I mean, I guess I do this now. That's fine. Boseiju the Lotus Petal. Because next turn I can go for it and still have some mana up. I don't know. They have 6 cards in their hand. I'm worried they have like a Through the Breach or something. I don't really want to keep passing. I guess Through the Breach wouldn't be the worst because I could remand it, then Spell Pierce it. But it kind of feels like now would be pretty good. So let's go red and a colorless to cast Underworld Breach. Petal, exiling 3 lands. Tap this for green and cast Malevolent Rumble, leaving a green floating. Oh, there's the Brain Freeze. All right, put Shadow Spear into my hand, sure. And then they definitely could have a Eldrazi, but I think I'm still just going to start with Brain Freeze on myself. Exiling, Spellbomb, Channel, Triplicate Titan, sure. And if they do have a Brain Freeze, then I'll have to, or Eldrazi, I'll have to figure something out. Okay. Well, that's pretty good. A little turn 4 there. Endurance is probably worth siding in. I guess I don't have that many green cards, but maybe, I mean, I could still just cast it is definitely something that could happen. Maybe I take out Shadow Spear, though. I do like Shadow Spear with some of the big things and with Academy and with Urza Saga. Yeah, but maybe I take out Ledger Shredder. All right, that sounds good. Oh, there's Channel. Channel's the card I want to see most in my opening hand, but I don't think I can keep Basically, it's a one-lander with channel, but this is barely a land in this context, so let's just mull. All right, I will keep this, and oh man, I'm going to put back the mountain. If I draw channel, I have turn 2 channel, jewel, metamorph, play another jewel. Like, we're really talking there. Let's see if we can get that going. All right, mountain, mana crypt again, but they didn't really use their mana crypt last game. I mean, I guess they necromancied after I porcelain legionnaire? Okay. Well, that's annoying because it'll make this channel a lot worse if I don't find a land for it. I mean, 1 hit's fine, but 2 hits, all of a sudden, the cost of channeling out Jewel is a lot worse. What I might do is play Ether Spellbomb and bounce the Porcelain Legionnaire, but we'll see. They must have just drawn Caracas, because otherwise they could have played this without losing life. They don't have black mana. They might not have much to do here. Oh, there's a green mana. All right, we're doing it. Channel. Coveted Jewel. Oh, this deck's a blast. 5 and 6. Let's hope they don't have anything too bad for me. Okay, tap this for blue, and I'll cast this for a blue, and then 1, 2, 3. Metamorph. Copy the Coveted Jewel. Draw some more. This is not great. Let's see. I guess what I could do is I could play Ether Spellbomb. And then I could play Oliphant. Yeah. I guess it's worth doing that because I really don't want these Coveted Jewels getting taken. And then I suppose I'll cast Oliphant. Wow, I bricked hard here. That's okay. 1, 2, 3. All right. Well, pass the turn. Hope they don't have too much end of turn here. No, they haven't done anything. I mean, Oliphant does attack for kind of a lot of damage. Talon Gates could also be pretty good here. I get to like phase out their creature. If they're just playing Porcelain Legionnaire again, which is actually what it looks like is happening. All right. And I have so much mana that if I draw anything, like, yeah, this jar even. Let's see if I can cast. Yeah, I can cast jar. I think what I might do, though, now that I've drawn jar, I don't think I'm going to attack here. I think I'm just going to pass. And if they remove the Oliphant, then I can Talon Gates, but this way I don't have to start by using the Talon Gates, and I can keep up Spell Pierce. Unfortunately, I'm 1 mana short of both. Okay, they drew their swamp, so they are going to get to cast some black spell, and Spell Pierce has gotten a lot worse. Snuff Out. Okay. Hopefully they don't have a haster. Through the Breach. Yeah, they had both a way to kill Oliphant and put another creature into play. I mean, no matter what, I'm going to get owned here, but I guess I can Spell Pierce that. And then jar next turn, and I don't really know what I'm hoping for at this point. I could jar now, but I think I'm just going to let them steal my Coveted Jewels. Oof. What a beating. This deck's a lot of fun. High risk, high reward. All right, all right. Yeah. I mean, the 2 Coveted Jewels drawing me basically all lands was not ideal. Having to play an Oliphant that turn was not what I was hoping. Had I attacked with Oliphant, it would have worked out better. They would have been at 2, and then they would be at risk of getting mana crypted to death. But, you know, so it goes. Him to Turok. Joke's on you on that one. I have all lands. That's why I had so much mana last turn, didn't do anything. And they're just going to lightning bolt me or something, I assume. Yeah, looks like. Yeah, K command. All right, so if I'd cracked jar, what would I have drawn? Really not a whole lot. All right. I don't think Brain Freeze would have done it. Didn't win that one. And game 3, let's do it. All right, game 3. I'm on the play. This is not a very keepable hand. All right, I'll mulligan that. There's a channel. Okay, I'm definitely going to keep this hand. I can't get a surveil land. Any land I draw would be awesome here. I'm just going to put Remand back, and I'm going to lead on Bloodstained Mire. And here's a funny thing. Even if I don't draw a land, what I can do here is cast a Pentad Prism for 1, and that enables a channel the next turn, but it would be really nice to just draw a green source here. Oh, well, all right, let's sack Bloodstained Mire. We're going to get Taiga, play Urza's Saga, and play Pentad Prism for 1. But that means that next turn I can cast Channel off of the Taiga and the Pentad Prism if they don't blow up the Prism. Plus, Urza's Saga is a more appealing threat, though if they have artifact removal, they can't kill the Saga. And I guess they're pretty much like red-black, so that doesn't seem very likely. Okay, Inti. Well, we're about to drop a million things here. So let's draw. Do I want to use the Trop or... If I draw Academy, I think it's going to be way better. So let's just start with Channel here. Let's go into Coveted Jewel. And draw 3. Any good action? I can cast a million artifacts. So if I cast Battle Ball, I'd go to 9, and then if I use Saga, I'd go to 7. But I guess I could cast Mightstone and Weakstone first, because I don't care about using up Coveted. Actually, I should just not use the Coveted Jewel mana up, because I'm going to, at some point, use that mana anyway. I might as well give myself a little bit more time, because I'm not going to kill the Inti. I'm just going to draw 2 cards, I think. Because if I draw Tolarian Academy, I get to cast like an extra thing, like a really big thing. Spellbomb's not nothing either, but let's go Mere Battlesphere. Actually, hold on. Let's do it this way. I can still do this better. 3, 1, 2, 3. And I'll go to 4. And then pass the turn. And then I'll use the Mightstone and Weakstone to make an Urza's Saga token. And then I'll get Shadow Spear. So they have to kill me this turn, or they're in a boatload of trouble. Dealing 4 is a lot harder than dealing 3 or 2, because there's Chain Lightning and Lightning Bolt and Kolagon's Command deal 3, 3, and 2 respectively. Whereas to get a deal 4, you need Ghostfire Blade or Fire Blast, and then Fiery Confluence deals 6, but they're not too close to casting that. And hopefully they tap out for something. This has just been the channel show, really. Channel.com, and been pretty happy with how it's worked out. Okay. This could be just like desperation, looking for something. Also, if I block with one thing and they like snuff it out, that could be pretty bad. Wasteland. Oh, it's not going to help you much. Also, playing a land before using Inti is not always ideal, though. They definitely could have a Fire Covenant in their hand. Oh, are they going to cast Fire Covenant now? They can't. They can do... Oh, that's what they're going to do. I needed to not make the token first, but that's really tough, because if I block... Well, let's see. If they want to kill that, they'd have to spend 16 life, I think. Yeah? All right. Oh, they're just K-commanding. Okay. That is fine. And I'm going to block with just the Battle Ball. If they have Snuff Out, then I go to 1, but I don't die. Yeah. And they don't steal the Coveted Jewel. And then now I can still get Shadow Spear if I want. Spell Pierce. That's actually really good too. So let's go make a construct here. They're at 15. Yeah, I'll get Shadow Spear over Lotus Petal, play Trop. Let's go equip Shadow Spear. Actually, I'm at 1. If I Shadow Spear, I go up to 3. That doesn't... Spell Pierce protects me from anything more expensive, and Lightning Bolt and Chain Lightning already kill me. So I guess I don't care that much. The question now is, do I want to make a Karn? I think making a Karn sounds pretty good. And I keep up Spell Pierce and make another token. And I mean, I guess attack. These things don't save me from Inti anyway. All right, I still feel like I'm doing pretty good, and they just used 2 of the spells that were a bit more dangerous. Cake Man doesn't work here. If they go like Mana Crypt into something, that would be a problem, but I feel like Spell Pierce protects me pretty nicely here. They're gonna attack. All right. I mean, if they're dead on their turn, so attacking makes a lot of sense here. Okay, they discard a mountain and they exiled Oliphant. That doesn't do anything. Ooh, I think we're looking pretty good here. I mean, Lightning Bolt kills me, but they didn't have it, and oh man, that was a nice 2-1. This deck was a mess. Look, it turns out, I guess this isn't 5-color combo. It's really Teamer combo, but it turns out the kind of sloppy combo decks have been doing kind of nicely. The main thing actually I took from this was how good Breach Rumble is. I'm going to look for that in the future. I mean, obviously if you read both cards next to each other, it makes sense, but really the fact that this puts 4 cards into your graveyard, as well 3 if you take a card, but you can always just not to, and makes a token, means it's really good at fueling Breach. You can just cast this a couple times. I mean, honestly, this deck was a little over-reliant on Channel, but I did draw it every game, so that worked out mostly pretty nicely. A loose Academy deck plus a loose Channel deck. Well, it's actually a pretty good Channel deck. Plus a loose Brain Freeze deck. Yeah, this was nice. A little upheaval for good measure and some nice coveted jewels. This deck was a blast. I'll be on the lookout for decks like this when I can. But, you know, they don't always come together. This one pretty much did, though. I liked how it worked. All right, that'll do it for today. I appreciate you hanging out as I draft the loosest of loose decks. And you know what? I'll be back tomorrow with another draft. I'll see you then. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It helps out the channel and you won't miss a single draft.